Let me tell you how I feel.
Hey! Time for more eating. So I made a whole bunch of fries. I will post the link to the recipe down below. I used High Carb Hannah and D-Man's oven fry recipe. I used her one with the paprika and the garlic and the onion powder. I'm the most proud of this one. It looks the most like a legit French fry. Like you could go to a restaurant and get something that looks just like it. So it's gonna be the first one I try. I haven't tried these yet, and we'll see what happens. It's getting dark out. Is it gonna rain? It might rain. That's okay. Okay, so. Yummy. Yeah, this is the first time I'm trying this recipe, but I mean, they looked really good. Poultry iced. Cat's doing something weird. I don't know if you could hear him, but he's doing weird stuff. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I know I should use these. Oh, I already had one of those. Oh, and to drink, I have some berry flavored LaCroix. So this stuff right here. It's so weird, like I used to try and drink it because I kept hearing it was really good and stuff. And I kept like not getting it, like I don't get it. Like, this isn't very good. What are you talking about? But like if I pour it into something that has a straw and then I drink it through a straw, I taste the flavor more, so I get it a little bit better. I'm looking for a key. Right? I feel like I'm just like fighting stuff. Oh, here we go. You mill around in the haunted billiard room for a while, idly rolling balls into the pockets of one of the tables and listening to them thunk their way through the ball return, and looking up at the rows of snarled taxidermy animal heads that line the walls. Man, why would anyone want all those angry-looking heads staring at them while they're playing pool? What could be less relaxing than that? Don't say things like that. Suddenly, there's a flash of lightning outside the window in the room. The entire house is plunged into darkness. After a moment, lightning flashes again, briefly illuminating the stuffed heads, all which appear to be looking right at you as the grandfather clock somewhere tolls out 13 o'clock. So sure, there's the answer to that question. Let's look for light. You seem to remember that there was a short candelabra on the shelf next to the spare cubes of pool chalk. You managed to locate it with a minimum of flailing and knocking full cubes out of the rack. After lighting the candles and putting back the cubes, you're left looking at the mounted animal heads in the flickering candlelight, which makes them look even more alive and angry than they did before. Terrific. Let's explore. Let's do it. You set the candelabra on the edge of one of the pool tables, turning it so the wax won't drip on the felt. You may be a psychotic kleptomaniac, but you aren't a heathen. And look around the room. Usually you are too distracted by poltergeists and so on to pay much attention to the place, but it's weirdly quiet in here. Almost too quiet. Nah, just messing with you. What does too quiet even mean? It's when things get loud you've got problems. We want to search the cupboard or the heads? Cupboard or heads? Oh, I don't have chatty up. We should get chatty up so I can pay attention to if anyone's saying anything. Oh, well, while that's loading, I can show off. Look, I did my nails. The color's not showing up great on here, or the, focusing abilities, but I swear I did them. I swear. Alright, so connect to chatty. And there we go. Okay. Back to fun. Okay, so cupboard. We'll go cupboard. So next time we have to search the heads. The contents of the cupboard are surprisingly mundane. A box of spare billiards balls, pool chalk, and Q-tips. A couple of decks of cards and some poker chips, ping pong paddles, and balls. It's hard to imagine anything less frightening than a game of ping pong. There's also a few board games. You notice that the Scrabble tiles are almost all entirely O's with a few scattered B's. The white king in the chess has a little string hangman's noose around it, and the clue set has twice the number of weapons as usual, as well as some extra cards like the vengeful ghost of Great Uncle Mauve. So that's a little more than what you were expecting. Really? Yeah? Okay then. As you're putting the games back in the cupboard, lights in the house flicker and come back on. Guess it's time to get back to business, whatever that might be. Hooah! Oh, here we go. Wait, 2? I don't think 2's high enough. Come on. Come on. Up. Hups the doozly. We'll use Bill's desk a little. He won't mind. He's not here. Are you going to eat my fries? I think if I cut them this thick again, I'm going to cook them a little bit longer. Because some of the bigger ones are a little firm still. Like, they're not raw or anything, but they're still a little firm. Do. Good job. Good try. That's how I get the key, but I'm going to practice again. Let's try the, yeah, I didn't, Wow. You lean over your cue and slam the ball for the break, and somehow manage to entirely miss the lead ball. The cue ball clacks into the side of the rack and the balls barely scatter. I meant to do that, you say with a haughty expression as the ghost just stares at you. He proceeds to run the table and then vanishes with a shake of his head, taking the shiny brass key with him. I didn't think so, but ooh, new record. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Power you up, power you up. Nope. I wish I knew how many much skills I needed. It begins spinning faster and faster until it's a veritable chalk tornado, then treats you like a veritable chalk trailer park. Critical hit! I lost 2 points. Practice. I want the power to go out again. Nope. I guess either way I get a practice. It's whether I embarrass myself or not, I'm guessing. I think I might add a little more salt to the mix, but that's just me. Here we go. Explore, examine the heads. Wait, what? But I was! You saw that? Man. Stinks. Totally was. Now I'm annoyed. Totally was on a choice adventure. Stupid thing. Getting my hopes up. I was like, yes, we get to finish it. Like, I'm determined to go through that whole thing with the power going out. I'm going to use up, like, all my points without, like, doing anything. I don't want the ghost. Well, I do. I want the power to go out again. I dropped my sewer snake on my neck. Good job, me. It's interesting that 8-ball is a combat item. But the other ones are offhand. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you'd rather it be in... Oh. If you'd rather be an infinity ball, just rotate it 90 degrees to the left or right. What if I want it to be a magic 8-ball? Like, tell me the future. Like, will I ever get to know the answer to what happens when I examine the heads? Hey, oh, the knob goblin bean counter. Hey look, I've been going over the accounts and I'm gonna give it to you straight. This game needs money. Not meat or beans, actual money, and it always needs more because development and server costs never stop costing. So please consider donating. Boop. So I need 6 and 7 is what I'm missing. And yes, I know I could come back to this at some later point, but I want to do it now. I'm thinking about it. Well, I know which path I already took. Oh, here we go. Here's 7. There we go. Search for light. Let's explore. Yay! The gross animal heads leer back at you as you walk around the room, looking up at them. If you guessed that there would be something weird about them, you're half right. Specifically, about half of them are normal things to find mounted as taxidermy heads, a stag, a wolf, a bear, and so on. And then there's a couple of house cats, a frog, a pig, a duck. You probably never thought to describe the facial expression of a duck as leering. Well, maybe it's just a candlelight, but this is one duck that you wouldn't introduce to your sister. Before you finish inspecting the heads, lights of the house flicker back to life, so you shrug and return to your previous business, whatever that was. Excellent. I was worried we might be missing something, so I had to finish it. Had to finish the quest. I might have let these cool a little bit too long, and it's starting to get cold already. So I'm just missing 6. Really? Okay. I have a 3 to 6 damage weapon. I have mysticality of 41. Okay, but, This is a 1 ball. Its yellowness speaks to your inner coward and will help you be more paranoid about fighting. It also reminds you of half a bee. This is a 2 ball. The blue reminds you of an iceberg. This gets you thinking about how if icebergs were spheres, the face, just the tip of the iceberg, wouldn't really make any sense because spheres don't really have tips. Unless you're a restaurant where all the waitresses are spheres and all the customers aren't tricks. Yes. Oh, cold damage. This is a 4 ball, a perfect sphere of deepest purple. Nobody is quite sure why the color purple is so often used to represent sleaze, and so nobody understands exactly why this particular pool ball emanates so much sleazy energy. Nobody really ought to do some research. That's true. Well, it's true. I don't know what would be. It's purple. I have purple. Okay. Ooh, let's see if we can do it. Nope. Stepping up to the table and breaking with confidence, you proceed to run the entire table, while the ghost looks on with mounting astonishment. With only the 8 ball to pocket to win the game, you aim carefully, strike the cue ball with a smooth, practiced motion. It rolls forward and strikes the 8, which rolls precisely into the pocket. and the cue ball rolls in after it. The ghost picks up a shiny brass key with an air of relief, vanishes, leave you alone to bang your head on the table for a while. So close! We're getting closer. Ooh, and new attack records. Left and right. I wonder if like 15 is a magic number. Let's try again. Nope. You step up to the table, cue in hand, and execute a nice solid break. You run most of the table and plainly impressed despite himself. The ghost decides not to go easy on you. He proceeds to pocket every one of his balls, including the 8, and vanishes triumphantly with the shiny brass key. Remember it! So good though. Even kind of cold. Yeah, I might bake them like 5-ish more minutes. You lean over the table, cue in hand, and aim for the break. With a good solid crack, the balls skitter around the table like panicked rats. 2 of them escape into their holes. You knock a 3rd and 4th, but can't get a decent shot at a 5th. So you satisfy yourself with parking the cue ball somewhat inconvenient for your opponent. The ghost grimaces, then tries to cover with a carefree shrug. He just barely manages to make his shot, but it's a close call, and the relief on his face makes it plain that you've already thrown him off his stride. He sinks 3 more than misses. With the table now opening up nicely, your next 3 balls thunk into place with the rhythm of precise clockwork, and you gild the lily by unnecessarily banking the cue ball off the 3 rails before sinking the 8 and winning the game. With a howl of frustration, the ghost attempts to break his pool cue over his knee. When they just pass through each other, he becomes even more frustrated and vanishes to find somewhere that he can really lose his cool without anyone seeing. You pick up the brass key he left behind with a smug grin of your own. Yeah. Now we can go to the library. What do we need to go to the library for? Okay. To find her necklace. This is a banshee employed by the ghost of Spooky Raven Manor to act as a librarian. She's really frustrated because if there's one thing banshees love to do, it's wail. And if there's one thing you can't do in a library, it's also wail. I was wondering about that. Because it's like, aren't banshees loud? She tries to hit you with a rolled up newspaper from the periodical section, but you point out that private libraries don't have periodical sections. They don't? Ooh, a book bat. If a brick bat is a small fragment of a brick, does that mean that this thing is a small fragment of a book? Nope, not at all. In fact, it's a book that's been possessed by some sort of restless spirit and is now flying around the library attacking anybody who happens by. You happen by. Ooh, paper. I drop it on my nipple. That's impressive. Ooh, a writing desk. In the library, you come across one of Lady Spooky Raven's writing desks. How did Lord Spooky Raven like his... Oh, Lord, not Lady, Lord. How did Lord Spooky Raven like his writing desks? He liked it just fine, thanks for asking. Some of the ancient, forbidden, unspeakable evil that he studied must have rubbed off on this desk, though, because it's moving, growling, and trying to bite you in a way that ordinary writing desks hardly ever do. Ooh, inkwell. So many gummy turtles. Oh, killing jar. And that guy. Do I have that? Yes. See, that's why I like putting them in like right when I get them. Then I don't forget. And then I don't go through over and over again being like, I put that in there. I took that out. I put that in there next time. Well, what? What just happened? You're keeping such a watchful eye out for buckbats and banshees and such that you nearly collide with a perfectly normal-looking scholarly fellow. Perfectly normal-looking, that is, until he looks up from his book and you see that his eyeballs are completely black. You scream, quietly, it's a library after all, and reach for your weapon, but he holds up a hand calmly. Don't be alarmed by my appearance, young adventurer. What's wrong with your eyes, man? You look like that guy in that band. Well, I was finding it difficult to get any research done with all the ghosts and horrible things frightening the bejeebers out of me. But fortunately, I found this bottle of special eye drops. They keep me from seeing anything frightening so I can concentrate on my work. Here, try them for yourself. Put them in my closet for myself. Maybe? There we go. See, I'm doing pretty good. Ooh. Mmm. Mmm. Could either read The Rise of the House of Spooky Raven, The Better Haunted Homes and Conservatories Cookbook, Ancient Forbidden Unspeakable Evil, a love story. Reading is for losers. I want to read this one. Survival. See, I wish I could keep going because I'm still holding it. This chapter tells the story of a young Lord Spooky Raven's arrival by boat in seaside town. Some sources say he came from distant lands, while others claim he hailed from parts unknown. All the sources agree on one thing, however. He was really, really creepy, and his creepiness was eclipsed only by his eccentricity. He spent the first few years of his time in seaside town living in a series of squalid apartments, attempting, unsuccessfully, to make his fortune. He eventually discovered that he had a knack both for dealing in rare books and for grooming animals, and he consequently opened Spooky Raven's hard-to-find bookstore and hard-to-wash pet salon on the right side of the tracks. Can I go see that? I don't see it. I wanna go there. Oh, there's more books. These are different. Fall of House to Serve Man. Delicious cocktails. Ancient Forbidden Unspeakable Yoga. A beginner's guide. I already take all the books and do all the reading. As Lord Spooky Raven retreated further and further into his study of ancient, forbidden, unspeakable evil, his business fell into disrepair and soon closed down. Having completely alienated himself from his wife, he is at this time reported to have taken several hundred mistresses. It's a little bit overkill, but whatever. Some scholars believe This infidelity was a result of the ancient, forbidden, unspeakable evil slowly corrupting his sanity. Others believe he was simply left directionless and bored after the dissolution of his business. Most of them just want to know how he managed to pull it off, because most scholars are actually really tired of hanging out alone in libraries, because, several hundred. His wife's response to his transgressions was unexpected. She didn't confront him, spiral into depression, or move back in with her mother. Instead, she began to collect nightstands. Her collection grew so large that it is said to have displaced every bit of furniture in the manor's enormous bedroom, including the bed. It's one way. Oh, here we go. Rise, Chapter 2. This is not a reading done in order. Elevated by the success of his bookstore and pencil, and Lord Spooky Raven became a pillar of the seaside town community. A pillar that was composed mostly of huge piles of meat. Having achieved both popularity and wealth, he began to cast about for one thing missing from his life: nerve. In a nightclub on the wrong side of the tracks, he met Lady Spooky Raven. They took the astonishing coincidence of their names to be an unmistakable sign that they should marry, which they did, almost immediately. Lord Spooky Raven then leveraged his considerable fortunes to build the finest mansion seaside town has ever seen, a sprawling 8-room edifice he named Spooky Raven Manor. The pitter-patter of little feet was soon to follow, as Lord Spooky Raven sired twin children, Stephen and Elizabeth. Yum, yum, yum. You walk through the library wondering what Aldrich's secrets are hidden within the pages of all these books. You can almost hear them muttering around you. There's a sound somewhere between the rustle of paper and a creepy guy whispering in your ear. The restless silence is broken by a sonorous toll from the giant bell of a clock, which may or may not be giant, striking the hour. You cover your ears as dust sifts down from the ceiling, breathing a sigh of relief after the 12 bell tolls. Yeah, not 13. Then the clock strikes 13, even louder than before, and all the lights go out, leaving you in almost complete darkness. So you grab a book at random off the shelf, then move closer to the window so there's enough moonlight to read it. It looks like it's called Proper Stocking Lengths and Patterns for Proper Ladies. I mean, it's pretty quaint with its ideas of appropriate dress, and it's pretty curious that someone would write an entire book on the subject, but in practice the whole thing is pretty dry and boring. You put the book back on the shelf, a voice hisses in your ear, "The book is upside down." You yelp and the voice says, "Shh," and you put the book the right way around. Thankfully, at that point, the lights come back on and reveal that you're alone in the room. Ghostly. Here's a vase. Cool. Story qualities. Lord Spooky Raven's children, Stephen and Elizabeth, like their mother, had some difficulty dealing with their father's descent into madness and philandering. Stephen had inherited his father's love of rare animals and began to collect pets compulsively. Though a handful of historians believe he was unusually cruel to them, it is more commonly believed that he simply had an knack for adopting incredibly unlucky animals. Whatever the reason, Spooky Raven Manor soon had one of the finest pet cemeteries Seaside Town has ever seen. Elizabeth cared for neither animals nor books and instead focused her obsession on the collection of works of fine art. She built up an impressive collection in the manor's gallery, but that collection was lost to her when one of Stephen's pet alligators swallowed the gallery's key. Well, that's a fun fact. Yeah. You open one of the drawers of the desk and find what you've been looking for. A moderately expensive necklace with a card attached Reading for my luscious Rebecca. You're pretty sure Lady Spooky Raven's name wasn't Rebecca. Cool. Oh, hey! I was wondering how we're gonna return it because we got a letter from her before. We didn't meet her. Sup? Lady Spooky Raven must have sensed somehow that you found her necklace because she seems to materialize in the hallway. You approach her. At the sight of it, her eyes light up with an even more unearthly glow than they had prior to lighting up. She takes the necklace and places it around her neck, at which point a ghostly copy of the necklace silently falls to the floor. You acquire an item. Ghost of necklace. That is not at all how we expected that to work. You look back up just in time to see her drift upwards towards the ceiling. I guess you don't even get a thanks. Okay. I'm getting so full. I'm glad I only have one more piece. Or I could make like a whole other potato, but I'm glad I didn't. We'll do one more in and then. Alright. There's more up. I'm so sorry to bother you again, but while my business in this realm is finished, I find myself attached to it. For pleasure. You start to back away. It's not like that. I just want to dance one last time, but I cannot. Not just like this. You squint, peer through her, and raise an eyebrow. I look different to myself than I do to you, and believe me, I look a mess. It just wouldn't do to be seen. You clear your throat. I only mean I wouldn't be caught dead. You clear your throat again. Sigh. Please be kind to me for once in your life and retrieve my dancing finery. She explains that she'll need her powder puff from the bathroom, her finest ball gown from the bedroom, and her shoes, which she thinks she left inside a painting in the gallery, though she didn't elucidate exactly what she means by that. Excellent. Yeah, let's go to the bathroom first. Oh, ballroom. That's just ballroom. I'm good at reading. Bathroom. As you enter the haunted bathroom, the bathtub rears up its back feet and charges at you. Ooh! How? Do I have any? Here we go. And my neighbor's mowing. Excellent. We're dissolving into a bath if you're not feeling fancy enough. I suppose you could also dissolve them into your washing machine if your pants weren't fancy enough for you. Alright. think I already have one, but I could be wrong. Alright, looks like I'm out of potatoes, but I still have 7 points left, so I'm gonna keep going. As you enter the spooky Raven Manor bathroom, the cabinet under the sink opens up of its own accord. Roll after roll of toilet paper pours out, stacking up to form a human-shaped and human-sized monstrosity. Which is, yeah. Ooh, toilet paper roll. Mm. Much better. Punches you with both arms at the same time. The cardboard inside those rolls actually kind of hurts. Ugh. Gross. As you enter the spooky Raven Manor bathroom, you notice a strange gurgling noise coming from the shower drain. You draw back the curtains to investigate, and a wriggling, slimy column of hair erupts from the drain, forming a vaguely human shape in midair. It floats towards you, glistening and dripping. Oh god! Gross! Ew. Where is it? Blech. Oh. Let's see, what have I got? Let's try that. Let's see if that'll help. Yeah! Ooh. Cardboard wakizashi. Yes. Oh, wait, that's the opposite direction. I don't know if I have it in there. There we go. I feel like I put something else in here. Oh, the weapon. The sewer snake. Okay. Walking past a bush in the bathroom. I wonder if I can make one out of it. You give your opponent a nasty case of club elbow, by which I mean you club its elbow for 34 damage. Ooh, you see an ornate makeup case on a dusty vanity, and as the spooky Raven Maven spooky raven monogram on it, and it's probably full of all manner of fancy lady creams and powders. On the other hand, it's bouncing up and down like there's some kind of malevolent spirit possessing it, so opening it might be dangerous. On the other hand, if you're not going to open it, why are you wasting your time here? Cosmetics Wraith. She look angry. You open the case and a whirling cloud of eyeshadow, blush, and powder swirls out, studded with eyelash curlers and eyeliner pencils. Guessing it's less intent on making you a pretty princess and more intent on making you a corpse. Pretty princess! It stabs you in the arm with an eyeliner pencil. What's worth it's not even particularly flattering color. Oh yeah! I thought I was gonna lose. First rule of hitting with a club is you do not talk about hitting with a club. The second rule of hitting with a club is you do 28 plus etc. etc. Yeah. Simulate a sundown. Yay! Now I should go rest a little, because... What was I doing? Yes, bedroom. Okay, I got a new message. How do I go to message? How do I go to message? Oh. Well, I'm already doing that, so okay. Dearest Minnie May 9, I'm almost ready to leave this world, but I'd really like to go dancing one last time, and I need your help. Please come see me on the second floor of my manor. XOXO, Lady Yes. Alright, so we did that one. I'll do bathroom, or bedroom. We did bathroom. Now I get to go through all of the nightstands, right? Yes. Gown. This nightstand is covered with intricate carvings before the demonic possession. They are probably beautiful depictions of woodland creatures and whatnot. But now the carvings writhe and show nothing but hellscapes and curse words. Naughty. Okay, so investigate the now still nightstand. Well, let's start with the top drawer. Sweet! Stack of meat. It's always weird to see old meat because it's different color than new meat, but you know, it just spends as well, so you're not complaining. This is a basic white nightstand from the store where everything has a weird, completely inappropriate name. It seems that towards the end of her life, Lady Spooky Raven's obsession with nightstands had bankrupted the family to the extent that she had to buy flat-pack, mass-produced nightstands and assemble them herself. It seemed to have a screw or two loose and doesn't seem thrilled about it. Bamf. Ooh, leather wallet. Take that, calling people. We open the second drawer of the nightstand and find a strange, antique-looking grip exerciser. Lord Spooky Raven must have used this to strengthen his grip so he could more effectively read books and groom pets. Anyway, You work out with it for a while, but it's all rusty and decayed, and it crumbles into powder. Your grip does feel stronger, though. Animated rustic nightstand. The nightstand is going for that cabin in the woods look, with a rough-hewn bleached wood and a rusty horseshoe for a drawer. Pull. Drawer pull. Door. Pull. It's the kind of furniture people who have never been anywhere near the woods put in their guest rooms. On the top drawer of the nightstand, you find a paperback of the, shall we say, racy variety. Looks like Lady Spooky Raven was a little more adventurous than the historians gave her credit for. You flip through the book, and even a curiosity glance teaches you a few things you didn't know about the art of love. Assembling herself. I think we've done both drawers on this one, but we'll do this one again. Because now I have more than one. This is a heavy mahogany nightstand animated by some demonic force. It looks ready to remind you that you can't spell mahogany without spelling agony. How does it get blood from a nightstand? Ooh, half a memo. You put in real filter full of teeth. That's no drawer. It's a mouth, and it bites you. It hurts. What? Dang. Again, I'm passing bushes inside. Are we? Thank you. Alright, bottom drawer of the nightstand to find our hardcover book. One of those long, dry fantasy novels. You know, the kind that read like a cross between a fairy tale, a history book, and the Bible. You flip through it, absorbing some knowledge, but unable to resist skipping the boring parts and the 10-page songs. Under. No. So behind. Ooh. Found some spectacles. Old wallet. Oh, here we go. More 13th hour fun. You slowly make your way through the maze of nightstands. It is Lord and Lady Spooky Raven's bedroom. It's kind of ridiculous in here. Okay, yes, a nightstand is sort of defined by its presence in a bedroom next to a bed, but Lady Spooky Raven's collection obviously got a bit out of hand. You can't even see the bed from here. Then suddenly the lights go out, and you can't see anything at all. Crap. From somewhere in the house, you hear the mournful gong of a clock chiming out the hours. Without really intending to, you count them. Then we should call for a recount because you came up with 13. You pause for a moment, wondering what to do. Maybe there's a candle in one of the nightstand drawers. That's a possibility, but some of those nightstand drawers contain teeth which will bite your hand off. You hear a shuffling, scuffling, scraping noise. It sounds a bit like a nightstand slowly making its way across the bedroom carpet towards you. It's hide under the bed. You push through the nightstands until you find the bed by banging your knee against it and crawl underneath. Wait, isn't under the bed where monsters hide? You hold your breath for a minute but don't hear anything. Maybe you're okay since this is the grown-up's bedroom and monsters only hide under kids' beds. Well, in ancient crypts and caverns and temples and all the other places you fought them. But hey, wait a minute. What are you doing under a bed like a child? You crawl out from under the bed, thankful it's pitch black so nobody saw that, and then you're thankful that the lights came back on. Forever. Ooh, jewelry! Ooh, as you begin to examine the jewelry on top of the nightstand, you hear a little mine. And a clattering of bones behind you. You turn around and see the skeletal remains of one of Lord Spooky Raven's hundreds of mistresses. He may not have treated his mistresses very well because, man, she is pissed. And you know what they say about a woman scorned. Pissed. Ooh, hand mirror. Oh, there's that one. Top drawer. Ooh, that has something different. Elegant. This nightstand is made of some costly imported wood from rapidly being deforest to distant lands, and its clean lines are accented with purest bacon stone and turquoise. It's understated, elegant, expensive, and extremely heavy. And I attack it. Attack the darkness. Oh, here's the gown. I'm not done. Ooh, it's a camera! Some teenage ghost hunters. Cause yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Just good. Ah. One of those. And one of those. And one of those. And one of those. Wait, what? I'm really confused. One of those? Why is it not doing it? I'm confused. Let's see if we can get another one. Let's just. No, I want the cool one. Ooh, I gained a level. Not the cool one. There we go. Cool one. See, it's not doing it. It says it's doing it, but it's not doing it. Ah, that's how you rub off all your eye makeup. Don't do that. I don't know. Spookiness still emanates from the crypt with trappers through this adventure, but we got a, shall we say, cryptic message from Black Agnes. He's one of Loathing's minor nobles. It's usually safe to ignore him, but he sounded pretty agitated, and given the current political climate, we can scarcely afford to ignore him. Can you do us a favor and go to his tower in the Highlands? The Highlands are just on the other side of the Orc Chasm. We'll mark it on your map. Your name is Minnie Maynard, right? This came for you in the mail. Oh, it doesn't, it's not showing me. I need to inventory. Use items. There we go. You read the leaflet and things become less illustrated. You're standing in an open field west of a white house. The house's front door is closed. You hear gurgling stream to the south and a path that leads. What? I don't want to do this right now. I don't know. Oh, I'm so full. I want to take a nap. That's what I want to do. I have 31 more things to do. I also want to know why I can't. Oh, it's a quest item? Because it's not under quest items. What? Okay then. That's why. So, upstairs. Is there even more up? Nope. You have unfinished business on this floor. Namely, helpy, lady, spooky raven, deal with her unfinished business on this floor. As you're walking through the haunted gallery, you hear a strangled, muffled snort behind you. You turn around and see one of the hardest to look at things you've ever seen. It's obviously supposed to be a bull, but it looks like a bull would look if your eyes were in two different rooms while you're looking at it. It scrapes at the ground with its single misshapen hoof and charges in a direction that's either straight towards you or perpendicular to straight towards you. You can't really tell. Dang, who that? Bamf. You hear a creaking sound coming from behind you and turn around to see an empty suit of armor step down from its pedestal between two paintings. It pauses to grab an antique shield and spear from the wall behind it and advances on you. Malice where its eyes would be if it had any eyes. It actually had any eyes. You walk to the center of the gallery and hear an impatient throat clearing sound from behind. I'm getting better at reading. You wheel around and see an old man with a pitchfork standing next to a plain, stern-looking woman. They must have come out of one of the paintings. I reckon you ought to get off my property, says the man as he levels his pitchfork at you, and they begin to slowly advance towards you. I somehow get the jump on them. Bamf! Give them a knuckle sandwich, and since they're still looking hungry, you follow up with a club sandwich. Oh, they're still going. Oh my goodness. Or, oh no, it's another one, right? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Ooh, pitchfork. Ooh, yes. We have to go ahead. You wander deeper into the gallery and find yourself at a dead end standing in front of a large black and white lithograph that depicts what can only be described as an explosion in a stairway factory. Stairs crisscross the space at impossible angles, cunningly drawn as to seem almost photorealistic while maintaining a degree of optical illusion that makes your eyes cross. Someone has placed a small set of steps at the base of the drawing, as though inviting you to step up into it for a quick trip to migraine headache land. Let's go! Alright. You step up into the drawing. Glance around you. Ever hear the expression, too many cooks spoil the broth? This looks like a case of too many architects. Maybe Home Depot had a big staircase sale or something. You turn around looking for where you entered this hell maze, and aren't the least surprised to find that the way back to the gallery has vanished without a trace. Another 5 minutes you've gotten yourself into. You stop for a moment as some sort of large knobby wheel rolls past you. As you watch, it unrolls into some sort of giant lizard centipede and walks through a doorway. You try and catch up to it, but it's already vanished. Let's go up. Stairs turn into a snake and undulates you to the top. You step off of the stairs and through a doorway, which leads to the bank of a lake. Several angels and assorted spectators are standing around expectantly. What's up, you ask? We're waiting for Venus, says one of the angels. We tied her in a straitjacket, wrapped her in chains, and locked her in a giant scallop. Then we dumped her in this lake. That's pretty heavy. Did she owe you money or something? What? No. It's a performance. She's an escape artist. Just then a giant scallop breaks the surface of the lake with a splash and swings open to reveal a beautiful woman draped only in her long red hair. The crowd cheers and throws flowers, and she takes a bow as someone throws a towel around her shoulders. You applaud politely. Head back to the stairway. Let's go southeast. Okay. I don't know what that means, but yeah. You step off the stairs into a courtyard in which 3 soldiers are swearing some sort of oath to a bearded guy holding 3 swords. Man, no wonder they're loyal to him. Most guys can only hold 1 sword. After the ceremony is done, you follow the guy around for a while and take some notes on how to be better at holding lots of swords at the same time. Oh, I guess we're back out. We fell out. Ooh. Next to an easel in the gallery, you spy a paint-splattered palette. As you near it, it shuffles behind the easel, revealing itself to be a paint-splattered turtle. This one's going to be tricky. Are you creative enough, inspired enough, pretentious enough to tame it? Artfully tame it. Yes. You hide behind an easel, disguising yourself as a different easel. You creep closer and closer to the painted turtle until you finally in arm's reach. Yes. Oh, what? Like, why are we here again? Alright, shoes. In the gallery, you find a large painting of 2 knights and maidens walking in what seems to be some kind of garden. The sky behind them looks strangely indecisive, as though it were capable of providing all kinds of weather and not just one kind. The painting is so realistic, it looks like you walk right into it. In fact, a few seconds of experimentation prove that you can indeed walk right into it. Who would you like to walk to out in the garden? Let's try the first knight. You're fighting a knight. You walk up to the knight, whose shield depicts the head of a snarled wolf. What are you doing here? He says. Are you here to impugn the dignity of these maidens? Have at you then. Before you can respond, you're locked in combat. Well, not really locked so much as engaged. Dang! Can I sound sorry? Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Ooh. You look through the paintings in the gallery, each one weirder than the last. You don't know art, but you know what you like, and right now you'd like to be looking at something less disturbing. As you gaze at a weird painting of a guy in a bowler hat who is apparently holding up a giant green apple with his mouth, a giant clock somewhere begins to strike the hour. It must have an enormous bell. Each peal of it makes all the paintings on the walls vibrate, and the sculptures shimmy on their pedestals until you're afraid they'll crash to the ground. The clock strikes 13, and all the lights go out. You're keenly aware of all the creepy paintings watching you in the dark. Let's check out the paint-splattered painting. You stand in front of a painting that, especially in the dim light, you can't make heads nor tails of. It looks like someone put the canvas on the ground and splattered paint on it, and broken glass, and some sand, and whoa, is that blood? And you thought art was boring. A spectral. Wait, why is that in quotes? What? A spectral voice whispers in your ear that painting is by the intimate. What? Inimitable master. Paulson Jackish. Notice how the artist raged in his intensity, practically screamed for those lines of splatter and dripped paint. Oh no, wait, I'm terribly sorry. This is a drop cloth the painters used when Lady Spooky Raven had her bedroom repainted. Still, it's vibrant, don't you think? With that, the lights come back on and you spin around, bewildered, but can't find the source of the voice. Let's try the second night. Okay. Okay. No more nights. We're gonna go talk to the maidens. They'll probably beat us up too. It's okay. Ah. In our one. Or we won't. Wah wah. Let's see, do I have any? There we go. Or not. I feel like, oh, here we go. Yeah. You approach the two maidens and start pestering them about something. They have other plans for you, though. They held out a tiny vial full of blue liquid. Not wanting to be impolite, you drink it. You start looking around and laughing. Okay, well that's it. So I had fun. My potatoes are still gone. I'll see everybody next time. Bye!